mono red like you've never seen it before. And granted, it probably isn't as viable as the Barn team. I feel like, especially for how old that team is, it is insane just how good and just how viable it is. Probably still in the top 3 teams at this point. I know the Ult Rush teams are doing well and all that kind of stuff, but this team here is an insanely fun team. Pretty much all of these debuff Sigurd teams where you can start off with 3 buffs all end up being some of my favorite teams because the amount of turn 1 damage you can get is absolutely insane. If you guys don't know how the team works, Sigurd passive here. At the beginning of allies turn, for every enemy affected by the stats decrease, a defect applies 1 effect on allies which increases attack by 10% for 2 turns up to 3 times. In addition, the hero is also of the demon race and is affected by uniques and commandments, so that there combined with the passive from the winning Brunhild, we'll have a quick look at that one, increases the hero's basic stats by 12% for every hero with the Ragnarok characteristic, also going into the team having the brand new FREYR, and I know Barn isn't in the field so it doesn't affect him, but I believe the Ragnarok Barn does also count to this effect. Let me know if you guys know in the comment section down below, but decreases all enemies attack related stats and defense related stats by 15% for 1 turn at the start of allies turn. So as long as Brunhild's in the field, we are going to be getting the debuff and the 3 buffs from Sigurd, and combine that there with our brand new boy FREYR. Don't get me wrong, this guy is just dripping in awesomeness. He is by far one of the best character designs we've had in quite some time, and in saying that, Netmarble have been absolutely smashing it out of the park. If you guys don't know what the brand new Sun FREYR does, or Sun God FREYR, his first card here cancels stances on 1 enemy and inflicts damage equal to 500% of attack. His second card inflicts cleave damage, which does not activate crit damage, equal to 500% of attack on 1 enemy. The ultimate, which we have 3-6, inflicts damage equal to 864% of attack on 1 enemy and inflicts additional death damage. And then last but not least, the passive, allies become immune to ignite, applies a blessing of light, which increases all of the hero's stats by 15% for 2 turns at the start of allies turn. Then applies the same effect again every 2 turns, increases all stats of all allies by 5% for 5 turns whenever the blessing of light is removed. So a very, very good character. Having a look at the cosmetics here, I don't think I'm going to invest into them a crazy amount. I feel like as long as you have the ult levels and you have Yuagi, he is pretty viable in the new Demonic Beast battle, but this is the theme I'm using today, and let's jump right into it. And I'm honestly really surprised at just how often I've been using the Sigurd as of recent. He's a character who unfortunately I built attack crit gear for when he released, and this is a really annoying team to start off. However, we could probably still just go for the kill on Rimuru and be fine in all honesty. I'm thinking that there is going to be very good. If we keep this other card, I believe on the level 2 we get the cancel stances. We can remove that one. Using the evasion fruit as well. This guy is toxic. Jeez, if Sigurd could please get the crit, that'd be great. Still finishing off the Rimuru. We're just shy. That is so devastating, but I'm surprised at how often I've been using the Sigurd because I haven't had the time to invest in his Holy Relic, and making him a HP defense set is definitely something I want to work towards. Oh god, not the greatest start, not what we wanted, him having that Rimuru still in the field, because we already know the Deantod's going up, and that Infect spam is going to start coming out, and the Infect effect is by far one of the strongest things in Grand Cross, with Red Tamiyo being such a big thing in the meta. Rimuru is running rampant. Rimuru, even without Red Tamiyo, would still be running rampant. Such a strong character, and then we'll see the taunt go up. Okay, I mean, we could kill the Rimuru. I think that might be our best bet. You give 2 ult gauge, is that correct? 2 orbs, so that'll make the end just shy. And what's your ult level? I believe that's 3-6 from memory, so if we go like this, that's still not gonna get us the ultimate. Why not, we'll go like this, and the cleave card should still do pretty good damage. Obviously you can't crit because that's literally the whole thing of the card, but let's see, it's one of those things that does pretty good damage all around. If you've used him in the Demonic Beast battle, you'll see just how hard he can hit Skull on Hardy. Even the Trader Meliodas doesn't hit that hard most of the time. Yeah, look at that. Damn, if we... Level 3 would have easily killed that Diane there, but let's see who he's got coming to the front. A Margaret. If he gets that Breath of Blast card, we could very well be done here. Thank god Diane isn't type advantage, however, even at 3-6, I feel like the Diane ult's super hit or miss, because as long as you build up those grey buffs, she can still be very, very scary. Looks like he's definitely going to get the kill on our Wedding Brunhild here. I mean, as long as Freya's still alive, right? We're gonna lose the 3 buffs from the Sigurd. Let's see here. Yeah, still alive. Okay, we can throw out the Extort, we can remove the stance, but even then, I do believe the Freya's lifesteal is okay, so whether or not we want to go for that or we want to go for a different play could be pretty good. Oh, we still get to keep the 3 buffs as well. Let's go with this 2, and then I might just attack into the DN again. Get that extort out. Hopefully he can get a whole bunch of lifesteal as well, would be really helpful for the Sigurd. I mean, we probably could have kept the stance cancel card, but the second you remove that, I believe it's a 15% HP related stats, and look at Sigurd go, my boy. Sigurd has honestly aged quite a bit, not so much in his utility and whatnot, but he's definitely getting old. Still have yet to level 100 the man as well, and surprised we're seeing suicide teams outside of the 4v4 game mode. Unfortunately, just getting out CC'd. That is devastating for us. I mean, we could potentially... I don't know if the charge effect is going to be enough to get through the DN taunt, because once again, he's going to do the exact same thing as the other guy did, the 2 Rimuru cards and putting out that taunt. If he doesn't, we would gladly take his Rimuru's life. Unfortunate, that's the way it is. But as of, I think it was a couple hours ago at this point, we had the new patch notes for the global side. We are going to be getting the same dead week JP got the last week, so I mean, it makes sense, especially if you're someone who spends money on the game. They have introduced the character, Sun God FREYR, where they literally force you to 6-6 the man to be viable in the best content. Although he is the desired character and obviously the character you want to be using in the new event, I don't know, even though Brunhilde, I would say, definitely is not still standing as one of the best units for the bird raid, she does still do very good in the bird raid. I feel like she still holds up in Deer as well. I don't know, I feel like Sun God FREYR, although he is definitely meant for the content, and you can see that with the amount of difficulty on the new Demonic Beast battle, he just doesn't hold the test. The amount of just RNG and crap that goes into that. I finished the first stage. I could finish the second stage, but I don't have the time or patience to do that, so I mean, who knows, I might try it out this week. I did delay my actual attempts in that for quite some time. I do still plan on getting a guide out for it. I don't know, it kind of kills my motivation to play the game when they release this new content and they release a character where they force you. They absolutely force you to 6-6 him. It's crap that they do it, but hey, they gotta get their money somehow. I'd honestly say you're a lot better making money off a game where you make the game super enjoyable than ones where you basically tie people down with how much time they've put into the game and how much investment they already have. But hey, maybe that's me. Maybe I'm not making sense, but we have here the Sun God FREYR ultimate. We could very well die to the DN, especially if she has taunt as well, which it looks like she does, unless she's just trying to remove her ultimate. Yeah, the no taunts on this Quell ultimate is going to reduce the damage a whole ton. Love that Hawk shop skin though. Yes, FREYR even survived, wow. That's the end of his turn though. Level 3 extort is going to make us do crazy damage. We can easily finish off DN, I feel. 1, 2, and 3. But hey, we're holding up, we're getting out CC'd, and we're still winning these matches, so let's see what they say. When this AoE double crits, it is absurd. And just as I say that, we get absolutely 0 crits. Finish that DN off though. Oh, just being shy, what are you doing, my guy? I mean, yeah, the block effect was there, maybe it wasn't the smartest thing going for him. If you could please not kill FREYR and we could finish off with his ultimate, that'd be absolutely perfect. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love FREYR's design, and I'm excited to see what the next unit is. We're all believing it is going to be a swimsuit DN. Last time we thought we were getting a swimsuit character, ended up being Wedding Brunhilde 2. Once again, I very much like. It's good that they didn't force you to 6-6 her, but I just didn't feel like going for the 6-6 because it'd be one of those scenarios where I 6-6 them and then on the next banner they're out up like 3 copies and it'll just be heartbreaking. Let's see, not the greatest hand, but we can still finish this off with the Brunhilde ultimate and then we'll tick over to the next match. 1 and 2. Maybe you should have gone for Escanor, in all honesty. The Death ultimate can be super scary. Easy money from Brunhilde. And as well, if any of you guys played the global version of Dokkan, we also had our 7th anniversary, which was super hype. I spent over 1,300 stones and only got 1 copy of both of the Year 7 units, but I'm still grateful I got them. It is a game without a pity system, so even getting the units is massive. I did still go for dupes after that, I only had a couple extra multis, but still happy with them. Really enjoying those units, that's for sure. Still getting out CC'd by this guy when he's missing. I mean, I suppose we're missing level 100 characters as well. The Jack of Light Goth are having insane I mean, pretty much all of his frontline characters have insane CCs, so definitely helps his case. Going for the Brunhilde to start it off. I'm wondering who I want to go for first. I feel like definitely the melee. The sooner we can get that damage reduction off, the better we'll be. Although going for Gotha could be a real quick and easy kill. Yeah. I feel like going for that will still get us a decent amount of lifesteal. If we go for double single target into melee, if Sigurd could crit as well, once again, would be really nice. Look at how easy. That would have been such a snatch if we could have killed Gotha. And then that should do some pretty decent damage as well. Okay, so his melee's definitely weak. If we can get another AoE from the Brunhold, that would be really, really good. If not, the Extort card might be able to save us. Got a whole bunch of FREYR cards so we can rush his ultimate. Unfortunately, it's an ultimate that stacks up so much with multipliers. Not only is the multiplier getting bigger, but the death affect the percentage of the actual ultimate it does. So not only are you increasing damage from the first part, but also the second part. So even differences between 3-6, 4-6, and 5-6 and 6-6, it does add up, that's for sure. Trader Melee going absolutely ham, showing why he is pretty much the greatest unit. Oh, well, he is the greatest unit in the game. I know sometimes I try and say that the Demon Lord Rimmer is just as good. Look. Oh my god, that is insane. Man, straight back to full HP. What can you do? Let's go 1, 2, and 3. We can get rid of the Gotha. That's at least one of his units dead. We're not going to get completely embarrassed. Yeah, I believe you can take him out there. And then the charge effect. Still really wish they gave her weak point on a single target as well. I feel like that'd be an awesome kit. But yeah, it's a unit where the amount he does for the team with the second part of his passive, I don't know, units can be very strong upon release, but a unit like that even if they're the weakest unit in your front line and they're just there, that is still so much for the team. All that defense, stuff like that. He could very well still be here in 2 years' time. I 100% believe in that. Let's hope we can keep our Sigurd alive though. Oh yeah, he is not letting that happen. I believe we're gonna lose the Brunhold as well. I mean, surely we can one-tap someone, right? Oh no, she's one-tapping us. I got it all wrong. And a Barnton. Yeah, we're definitely going to struggle against this one. Although our damage output is very good, the consistency in it, not so much. The fact we got the extra FREYR stance cards, really nice. Let's check if he has the... Okay, so it has Tarmiel Grace and the Holy Relic. I think we might still be best just full targeting him. Going for the Extort and then just going full send, why not? Just trying to let those two FREYR cards merge without actually moving them together. Going to be our best bet. Terry taking crazy damage. Wow, if I'd have known that, I would have gone straight for him. Looks like he's got the red Tarmiel Grace instead as well. However, he is taking decent damage. Maybe he's rocking CC? Oh no. Still doesn't sound right. Decent amount of Sigurd cards. There's no way he doesn't put up with the Nameless Dance, so we're still going to have to merge those two cards together. And the second he gets his Barn, ultimately instantly, this is what I mean at the beginning of the video when I said it is crazy how good this team is, because we do have our crazy strong ult rush team at the moment with Deanne, Margaret, and whoever you want that other unit to be, but man, is this team good. If I go for this, surely he just doesn't get another Nameless Dance, and we can death right on top of the Barn there in the next turn. Could work. I'm really, really risking it playing this one out, but let's see. Oh, actually, I didn't even think about... And Terry has ult control? Ouch. God damn it. The team almost has it all at this point. I feel like with the red Eastern, you do get the ult control that Terry has, but then you also get the cleanse, which is a massive thing. Certain teams that use the Halloween Gotha can just pump and bomb spam and win matches. I don't think we have a chance, but I'm still going to go full send on Barn, and if not, we can watch the Barn completely one-tap us. Unfortunately, back-to-back losses. Yeah, Terry's going to be annoying. His passive as well with the stat decrease on the character that has the highest HP, also a huge benefit of the team. It makes dealing with those DNs just that little bit easier. However, you don't have a crazy amount of single target cards anyway. I mean, we did a decent amount of damage to Barn, so hey, what can you do, man? Huge Monster Hunter fan, but I haven't really heard a crazy amount about it. I've unfortunately already seen all of the final bosses and all that kind of stuff. Who do I want to go for here? Who's got a less HP? 135, and then what about Sigurd here? Oh yeah, I think we're gonna go for you instead. Go 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I've always been a huge Monster Hunter fan ever since 3rd gen, so quite some time I've been playing the game. I don't know, I feel like old school Monster Hunter, maybe because that's what I started with, but I'm always going to be a fan of old school Monster Hunter, but I feel like Sunbreak kind of has that same feel to it. They do bring back a lot of the old school maps, even some that were out way before I played the game. And yeah, it still has that very arcadey feel to it. I feel like some of the monster fights don't last anywhere near as long as I'd like them to. That was one of like the biggest things as a kid. I'd spend 50 minutes fighting a monster and I'd run out of time and it'd be limping. I'd be like, oh no. But I know if you guys haven't tried out the Monster Hunter franchise, I would highly recommend probably starting off with something like World or Iceborne is pretty much the same, and then the Rise or Sunbreak if you have the Switch. But honestly, some of the greatest games out there. It's multiplayer as well. I'm sure most of you know what Monster Hunter is at this point. Let's see, we can get rid of that melee. We could rush FREYR Ultimate as well. He doesn't have any ult control. I think we might go with that. We're definitely not going to get the kill on Meliodas Steve. We're going to be just shy. I still really wish, or I definitely feel as if though with the FREYR's kit, that first card should have the cancel stances on level 1 and get a buff cancel on level 2. I would much rather him do a whole lot less damage and be less viable in PvP and make him a whole lot better in Skull and Hardy, because that's where it really matters, right? That's where he's designed to be, and I'm hoping when he gets his Holy Relic, it helps his case a whole bunch more, because once again, he's definitely the unit for the raid. The raid is just so absurdly difficult. Let's see, let's go for you, and then I will throw those two out. Probably should have thrown the cards into Meliodas first, just in case we one-tap Escanor and the death effect goes onto him. Oh man, Escanor straight tanking, my god. I'm not too I'm not too familiar, I should say, with the damage multipliers in the Ungid as well, so I can't go crazy if he hits like 300,000, expect to know what that means, but hey, absolutely loving this unit in PvP and PvE, but let's wrap up the video. But there we go, that just about does it for today's video. As always, if you guys have any team suggestions, by all means let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys have any tips and tricks for the Skull and Hardy to make that just a little bit less miserable, once again, by all means let me know. But that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe. It really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.